and welcome to your June 2018 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. I want to thank you for joining me, whether it's your first time or your return viewer subscriber. Welcome. I hope the message resonates for you. If you're finding that the message of this video is not clicking with you, I would encourage you to go and check out your moon sign, your rising, or even your Venus, because sometimes those planets are more prominent in your chart. Okay, Leo, and also, guys, this is a general reading, so it's not guaranteed that it will click for you. It may, parts of it may not, but, you know, like I said, this is not a one-on-one, it's not personal, so just take that into consideration when you listen to this message, because I'm getting a lot of feedback, and a lot of people, you know, the message either really clicks or it really doesn't. And then it's like, if it doesn't, they're offended and they're angry. And it's just like, there's no need to get upset if the message doesn't hit for you specifically, because it's a general reading. Okay. All right. So anyway, Leo, let's go ahead and get into it. This is a relationship reading, so it's between you and another person, whether you guys are together, just dating, married, just broken up, and you want to see what the energy is, okay? First card is going to represent what your current situation is. This row is going to represent their energy, okay? What they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're saying. And then this row is going to be what you're feeling, what you're showing. I'm sorry. What they're showing or saying, what you're showing, what you're feeling, what you're thinking, okay? And I'll clarify each position. Okay, so the card that represents your energy right now, Leo, is the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So this is showing there could be some grounded, this could be potential if it's a new relationship, if it's an ongoing relationship, maybe you guys are in a good place financially, or even sexually, you guys are very connected, all right? I'll get more into that. First card for them, what they're thinking is the Eight of Pentacles. What they're feeling, we got the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. What they're showing you is the Four of Pentacles. So got a lot of pentacles over here. All right. You could even be dealing with the earth sign. What you're showing is the Moon. Okay. What you're feeling is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And what you're thinking about this situation is the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay. So Leo, what's going on with you? Okay. Now, with the Ace of Pentacles continued, you two could be very hardworking people, okay? That's also what the Ace of Pentacles can indicate. Both of you may have the same values as far as, you know, the standard of living that you guys want, okay? Or even moral values. But I think what the Pentacles, because it's the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like it's more of tangible things, okay? You guys may be not materialistic, but you guys may have the same goals, or like I said, the same values when it comes to materialism, when it comes to how comfortable you want to be, or when it comes to the fact that you guys are working towards a goal like buying a house, or, you know, just anything like that. If you're just dating, like I said, if you just met someone or you're dating, it just means that this situation has the potential. You guys have something that's founded in something sturdy, okay? It's not a frivolous beginning to a relationship. You guys have the potential for something greater, all right? So let's go ahead and clarify that position. And we get the Two of Cups in the reverse. So what I get from this now is that you guys may be on the same page physically, sexually. You guys may be on the same page when it comes to materialism or when it comes to certain things, but emotionally, you may not be on the same page. Okay? Emotionally, you guys may be having disagreements. Okay? You guys there may be a lack of balance, because also with the Two of Cups in reverse, it may not necessarily be that there's a lack of emotion. It might be too much. You guys might be so in love that nothing else is mattering. Okay. You know, when you get into those relationships and it's like it consumes you, it's like the relationship is consuming you guys now. So there's good sexual chemistry. You guys have a good foundation. It's a lot for you to be happy about. And then on top of that, you're just letting your love and your emotions fly free. That's going to resonate with some. For others, it's going to resonate that yes, materialistically and financially things are good. Yes, sexually things may be good. Emotionally, you guys may not match up. All right. Moving on to what they're thinking, we've got the Eight of Pentacles, okay? Eight of Pentacles is interesting because, yes, it can represent that someone is focused on a relationship. It can also represent someone who's spending a lot of time at work or whose mind is focused on their work and not necessarily the relationship. But it can also indicate someone who is obsessed. Okay, so it could be either obsessed with their partner, it could be obsessed with the relationship, or obsessed with things that are wrong in the relationship. Okay, so let me pull a card to clarify that. And we get the King of Cups. All right, so the King of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like they're thinking about the romance in this situation. So I think maybe that this other person, may be the one who is, no, let me not say that. This person is thinking about the fact that you guys may need to be romantic, or thinking that the King of Cups is interesting because the King of Cups can represent a lot of romance, but it can also represent like being neutral. Like when you see the King of Cups, sometimes the King of Cups is someone who will have a crush on you or will like you, but will not necessarily approach you. So they don't necessarily say how they're feeling right away, not off the bat. They're going to take some time before they get there. And then once they're comfortable, then, you know, those emotions come out. But he's also notorious for not being honest, okay? He's also notorious for being sometimes dramatic. So, and the King of Cups mixed with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this person is either noticing or trying to think of how to be more romantic or how to get some more romance into your relationship. And moving on to what they're feeling with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, they're bored. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is he's feeling boredom. They may be unsure about commitment, okay, or unsure if they are willing to commit or ready to commit. They could be uncertain that this relationship will work out. So even though you guys have the potential, if emotionally you're not connecting, right, then they could be unsure of if this is actually going to go somewhere, because emotions are important, right? Yeah, it's nice to be sexually attracted. It's nice that you guys, you know, may have the same standards, but if the emotions and the love is not there, then, you know, for some people that could be a deal breaker, okay? Also, with the King of Cups, he could be romanticizing. I'm sorry, going back to what he's thinking. He could be romanticizing the situation, okay? And maybe it's one of those situations where he's doing more thinking than anything else, because what he's feeling is looking like he's bored. All right, let's go ahead. Oh, I don't know why I keep saying he. I think it's because of the King of Cups. Also, let's go ahead and clarify this Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And we get the Emperor in reverse. Okay, so the Emperor represents someone who's not using their logic, right? They're letting their emotions rule them. So that's a very dangerous combination, because sometimes when you allow your emotions to rule you and you're bored or you're unsatisfied, you know, that tends to, it's just like you don't want to let that negativity be dominant, right? Some people, what do they do when they become bored? They start looking around, they start seeing what else is out there. But good thing is that this person looks like they are trying, or they are thinking about this particular relationship and how to fix things, okay? Also, with the Emperor in reverse, they could be very temperamental. They could be over emotional, okay? Because the Emperor represents a lack of balance. So That's what's going on with this person emotionally. In the upright, the Emperor is not very emotional, but in the reverse, he kind of is very emotional. Okay. So this person could be, it could be really bothering them that they're bored. It could be really bothering them, and maybe that's why they might be even obsessing over what's going on with you guys emotionally. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on to what they are showing. And we've got the Four of Pentacles. So another pentacle, they could be, and I'll have to clarify, of course, but the Four of Pentacles, it could be that they're guarded. Okay, they could be closed off. But the Four of Pentacles can also indicate someone who is obsessive and controlling. So I feel like with these two pentacles here, this person may be um, a little bit like, either there's something in particular that they're obsessed about, or they're just very obsessed with you as a person and they want to control what's going on in the situation, in the relationship. And with the Emperor in reverse here, they may feel like they don't have control of the situation. Okay, and maybe they're not sure if they want to commit to something that, or someone that they can't control. Okay, let's go ahead and clarify this. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this person is definitely with the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles, they are probably also focused on making money. Okay, I feel like because there's so many pentacles on this side, this person may be very, they are grounded, and they may be someone who, this is interesting. This is turning out to be an interesting reading. I feel like they're very attracted to you. Okay, they're very attracted to you. They probably want to control you. But with all these pentacles here, I feel like they also are very much about their money. Okay, and so for some of you, it could be someone who, whether they make more than you, I mean, there's not really anything that shows that, but they could be very, not only just obsessed with you, but they could be very obsessive about making money. Like maybe they just have an obsessive type of personality. Okay. But, and I think with this whole control factor and not feeling like they're in control, I think that's important to them. And maybe that's why, once again, you guys may be having arguments, or maybe having these disagreements. What you're showing, if it is disagreements, once again, if this is a situation where you guys are very much in love, this person, there still seems to be some type of obsession here. And that's not necessarily a bad thing for some people if it's in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Like some people want their partner to be obsessed with them. They're obsessed with them. They're obsessed with, loving you. All right. Because like I said, the Two of Cups can represent being so in love that you're not focusing on anything else. So the only thing here that's kind of throwing that off a little bit is the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like, is this person in love with you and they're obsessed with you and they want to control you, but not sure if they're ready to commit? Okay, not to say that they don't want to be with you, because they have the Ace of Pentacles here. So that does show that physically, and maybe they want to provide for you also, but maybe they feel like you are, there's something here with the Knight. When I see the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I just know that that represents boredom. That represents like them getting tired of the routine. So they may be thinking about how to spice it up. Like I said, how to get some more romance into there. But if you guys are already in love and everything is great, it's like more romance, then yes, they really are obsessed with that, or obsessed with you. All right. What you're showing, though, is the Moon. Okay. And that's why sometimes I'll start off one way, and then once more cards are pulled, I kind of see, okay, this is what's really going on. Because here you got the Moon. So with the Moon, it's showing that you could be very emotional right now. It's also showing that you could be confused, okay? And even secretive about something. Do you have a secret, Leo? What's going on, okay? So is this person clinging to you because you're being a little bit elusive, or they feel like there's something they don't know? It seems to me, just based on the cards on your roll, Leo, that you seem to be the one that's emotionally troubled in this situation. There's something that is bothering you, okay? You've got the moon here, you've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse with how you're feeling, and you have the Queen of Cups in reverse with what you're thinking. So where this person, what they're feeling looks like it's out of balance, right? And it could be in a response to what you're showing them and what you're feeling or what you're probably thinking. Let me go ahead and clarify this moon card and see what else is going on. Page of Swords. All right, so are you spying on them? Are you paranoid? Are you speaking up about how you're feeling? And what you're feeling seems to be changing. It seems like your feelings are either changing for this person, okay, that whatever you were feeling before is changing, or your feelings are changeable. Like one day you're great, you're feeling good about the situation, and the next day you're uncertain. So here we go back to this Two of Cups. I think it's only a very small majority of you that are watching this that are overly in love. I think for everybody else, there are emotional issues. There's issues with you guys in the romance department of this relationship. So like I said, the sex could be there, the money could be there, you know what I'm saying? But emotionally, you guys are not connecting, okay? And you're maybe expressing this, Leo. You're letting them know how you feel about this. Or, are you... Are you feeling like there's a secret somewhere? Maybe you feel like they have a secret. I'll pull some more cards. We'll see what's going on. Because with the thinking here being the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's almost like either you think that they're too needy, okay, or your thoughts are just all over the place because your emotions are all over the place, all right? So let's go ahead and clarify this Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So we've got the Fool. So with the Fool here, the Fool is saying that your feelings are changing, and they're probably changed suddenly. So maybe something happened, or maybe you guys had an argument that caused your feelings to change, okay? And you're ready for something new. You're ready for either a new beginning, or you could be possibly even be ready for a new relationship. Because when I see this Page of Swords, whenever I see a sword, I think of severing ties, right? I feel like cutting things. Either you're cutting out the bullshit or you're cutting off the person, right? So that might resonate for some of you, but for others you might just be speaking up about how you feel, okay? And what you're feeling is like, you're feeling like you neither want to change or you're feeling different than you used to feel, okay? If you used to be super duper in love, that's changing for you. And so if this is a relationship where you guys are committed, or you're in a long-term relationship, you live together, it's like everything else is in place, okay? Everything else that you guys want. You may have the house you want, the car you want, you live in the neighborhood you want to live in, you have everything set up. You guys have the same, moral values, the same standards, and then somehow something is happening, whether it's the boredom, right? Because this person seems to be bored also. So routine has set in and you feel like you're not as in love anymore, but you guys still have that stable foundation, okay? And I think this person is focused on that. They're like, listen, we can figure out a way to get the romance back into the situation, all right? For them, I feel like that's the least of your problems because they are very grounded, okay? They have a lot of pentacles on their side of the reading. So for them, it's like the emotions, we'll get there. We can work on that. That's no big deal. Where you're like, look, I am not happy, okay? I'm just not happy. And that's all there is to it. I feel how I feel, and I just don't know what else to tell you, okay? Moving on to this Queen of Cups in the reverse. Like I said, you could be thinking that they are a little bit too needy, especially if they're trying to control you or if they're being very clingy, especially if they're being clingy because they're sensing that you're, not feeling the way you used to feel anymore. Let me go ahead and clarify this. And we got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So there's some paranoia here on your side, Leo. All right. And when I see the Nine of Wands in reverse, the Nine of Wands is someone who can be overly defensive, but also someone who can create problems where there aren't any. Okay. So it's like, if you think that this person is doing something, or if you think there's a problem, you're acting and you're going off of that. Your emotions are based off of what you're thinking. You're showing, or you're reacting based off of what you're thinking and feeling, but what you're thinking is not necessarily accurate. Okay? So that can leave somebody to be a little bit like thrown off. Okay? The Fool also, when I see the Fool, I think of someone who wants to be independent, someone who isn't necessarily, maybe not the most affectionate person here. For you, not to say that you're not affectionate at all, but maybe you want to be, I don't know. I just feel like, Leo, do you want to be with this person? Or are you just unhappy about something and therefore you're kind of pulling away a little bit, but it's not over for you? Because the Ace of Pentacles is here. So the Ace of Pentacles is like, look, this situation has the potential to be more than what it is, but you guys have to get on the same page somehow. Okay, and I don't know what it is that's causing you guys to not be on the same page. Now, if there's a situation where there's an emotional imbalance, whether it's, something that there's medication being taken, because that's possibility. Okay. I do see where there's, on both sides, there's a little bit of an imbalance when it comes to your emotions. And that's what this Two of Cups is saying. So what you guys need to do, it's like, where I feel like this person is kind of focused on what's going on with you guys emotionally. I think you're just feeling it, okay, Leo? You're not really thinking about how to solve things right now. You're just feeling and expressing yourself. And that's where you are. You're just like, look, this is what I'm feeling. And I just want you to know this is what I'm feeling. You're not necessarily thinking about how to fix things because you're thinking that there's something wrong, or you're thinking that, because maybe you guys had an argument, or you guys aren't seeing eye to eye, that you're like, well, where does this leave us? Where do we stand? But I feel like this Ace of Pentacles is here to tell you, you guys are fine. You just, you had an argument, all right? Or you pissed each other off, or, something happened where emotionally you guys are just not on the same page right now, but it's not something that can't be fixed. And I feel like your partner or the other person is willing to fix it, and thinks that's what they're thinking about. Okay, they're thinking about the romance, or they may even know, especially if they're the ones who are not being romantic, because since there's so many pentacles here, pentacles, a very earthy person isn't necessarily the most romantic person. The Knight of Pentacles, he's already not the most romantic knight. Okay, so when he's in reverse, it's like, what does he even do? Is he even doing anything? So he probably knows. I keep saying he because there's so much male symbolism on this side. But this person probably knows that they need to step it up in the romance department. And I think that's what you're upset about, Leo. I think you're just like, look, there's no emotions here. There's a lack of emotion here with the Queen of Cups. And you're paranoid as to why. You're like, okay, what's going on? Why isn't this person showing me the emotion and affection that I want and I need? Okay? You love them, but one day, you love them. The next day, you're like, no, I don't love you. Or, you just don't. I feel like you don't want to get hurt, Leo. So you're fluctuating back and forth. But because I see the Ace of Pentacles, and because the Ace of Pentacles is over here, I feel like if this is a situation where you want to be with this person, you guys are going to be fine, because this person is in it to win it. They're in it to work things out, okay? Now, one problem that I could see that could be causing you to be upset is if they're not giving you the commitment that you want. So if you're a Leo who's in a situation with someone and they're not forthcoming with either the commitment, the ring, the date, then I can understand and I can see where you are a little bit pissed off about that. Okay, because with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse here and the Emperor in reverse, this person isn't necessarily the most balanced or secure, or, you know, the commitment is probably questionable. But like I said, it seems like they're in it for the long haul. And, you know, some people, they do have issues with marriage. Some people do have issues with responsibility. And so if you're dealing with someone, it's like, I think they feel like if they're providing financially, they're doing their part. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, I take care of you. Look at all these pentacles. Look at look at all this money that we have. Aren't we good? And I think, Leo, you're just like, no, I want what I want. All right, guys, so that has been your reading. Went a lot longer than I expected. Let me know in the comments what's going on. Leo, I feel like you guys, I don't want to talk out of turn, but I feel like you guys comment the least on my videos. I feel like my connection with you guys, it's not there. Like, I don't recall getting a lot of comments and having a lot of dialogue with Leos. So don't be shy. I know you guys are not shy. You know, let me know whether you liked the reading, whether it didn't work for you, or it missed you, or parts of it didn't. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to ask me, okay? I love to hear from you. If you'd like a personal reading, okay, if this message did resonate for you, or parts of it did, and you want it to be more personalized, go ahead and contact me at divinelovetarot@gmail.com. All my information is in the description bar below the video, and there'll be a little eye icon where you can get information about how to get a reading there also. All right, guys, so take care, enjoy the rest of June, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye, Leo.